so turn that way. Yeah. Yep. And it should say recording. Is it recording?
You got two
red lights?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Good then. All right, so I'm here with Ryan, and first FPV flight of the RV4. Now the interesting thing, it's a petrol plane, so I'm interested in how much vibration he gets on the camera. I've done as much as possible to isolate the gimbal in the FPV camera from all of that vibration. Alright, so let's stand a little bit closer. Yep. All good, you can look left and right, look left and right. It's a good view, yes?
Oh yeah.
Alright, here we go then. Flaps up.
You get quite a view.
Yeah, good view?
Oh yeah.
Right, so I'm just going to do a couple of gentle circuits, make sure my trims are all good.
Transmitter disconnected.
Oh, you've got an error message, have you?
It says bottom right, transmitter is disconnected.
Okay,
now it's back on.
But have you got the picture?
I didn't, but now
it's come back.
Yeah.
So I think the problem can be on a warm day like today that the video transmitter overheats.
Yeah, it says overheating 109 degrees.
Well, I can only hope with a bit of airflow,
yeah,
it's gonna come back, but it's okay at the moment, is it?
Yeah, yeah, no, it's fine.
All right, good. Now the other thing I've got in this, Ryan, is a couple of screens up the front.
Yeah, it's a bit difficult to see because of the sun, but I can see...
You can make out some information, can you?
A little bit. I can see a attitude indicator, I think.
Oh, okay, but is it not very visible because of the bright light?
Yeah, no, it's not.
Okay. All right, well, I'm just going to fly around. You look left and right and take in the views to show what the head Tracked FPV is all about, and I'll do some mild aerobatics.
Sounds good.
Pulling over the top.
Yeah.
On the way down. Roll. Over to the right. Roll again. You can do knife edge down the strip this time.
Yeah.
So call to roll, rudder, and then rolling out. Climb, stall turn, kick it over with the rudder on the way down. Low pass this time. Low in the turn, banking round, fast over the strip. Banking over. All good so far?
All good.
Good image?
Oh yes, it's amazing view.
Alright, so this time we're going to go for a loop.
Okay.
Maintaining a bit of height, probably about 100 feet. You've also got a bit of telemetry from the OSD. Not those front screens. I think the speed should be correct. I'm not sure about the altitude.
Yeah, it's quite difficult to see the screens. I can see some orange at the bottom.
But have you got some numbers at the top?
I can't make out any numbers. Oh, what, in the on the actual goggles?
Yeah,
not the
yeah.
Oh,
right.
I can see. It says 5 feet. Not sure that's correct.
Yeah, no, I don't think the altitude is correct. I think that's a barometer problem.
And there's 0 on, I think, mile an hour.
Oh, really?
I think, yeah.
I need to work on that then.
Yeah.
All right, rolling. Half flat, we'll do a bit of slow flight. Quite a good resolution in those goggles, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
So these are the Walk Snail Goggles L. They're kind of budget goggles.
But they do have very good
resolution. Yeah, they are good, aren't they? Flaps back up. Inverted. How's that?
Yeah, it's very thrilling. Even though you're not in it, it feels very realistic.
Four-point roll this time, making the turn. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Climbing, still turn at the top, off the throttle, pitching it over with the rudder on the way down. Smooth roll. Not feeling sick yet?
No, I've done a bit of VR before, so...
You have? Oh,
yeah,
so you're used to it.
Yeah.
Brilliant. All right, so let's prep for landing. On my downward leg, let's look at the wind. There's a bit of a crosswind actually, if anything. So. Flying a bit further out.
I have to say the gyro on the camera is good.
Yes. It's not too much vibration or anything like that, is there?
No, there's not.
Minimum trim reached. Ignition off.
Very nice.
Okay. Good?
Yes.
You enjoy that?
Very much.
So that's your first time wearing FPV, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Good, good. That's what you can do. And what I really wanted to test was, this is a petrol engine, 38cc NGH engine. So the vibration from that is phenomenal. Actually, when I got to the field, I figured out that the silencer had actually come unscrewed off the back, so I had to take it apart and reassemble it all. But that's what vibration can do. You do have to regularly check that everything is tight with a petrol engine, but I've done that. So, but through the goggles and the camera, did you notice any vibration?
No.
You know, really, no?
If I looked round, I could see a little bit, but otherwise than that,
Not a lot.
Otherwise, it was really good, yeah.
Great. So that really proves it. It's not just for electric models, but for petrol models as well. You can eliminate that vibration, and I'll show you a little bit more detail and the layout and how I've reduced that now. But thanks again, Ryan. Appreciate that.
Thank you. That was very cool.
So thanks to Ryan there for helping me out with that first FPV flight of this Hangar 9 RV4 petrol powered with an NG8 38cc engine. I always think it's very wise when you do a new FPV project to fly initially line of sight and to test out that everything is working correctly before you fly FPV, and I'm glad that I did that. It's not like we did have the odd problem with the VTX overheating, so I need to add some more ventilation, I think, into the canopy to overcome that. Better to find that out when somebody else has the FPV goggles on. But that aside, what have I got here is quite simple really, because it's the walk snail, it's the Cadex walk snail FPV system. Here I've got the goggles L, which is the kind of the budget box goggle from Cadex. Works really well, and actually I prefer it over the twin dual screen goggles that you can get these days. This works really well. Together with a Cadex walk snail FPV camera and its video transmitter VTX. And the camera is mounted in the Walksnail GM3 gimbal for 3-axis movement head tracked from this, and you don't have to do anything to set that up, it just works, which is really clever. But in here I do have a flight controller because I wanted to have some form of telemetry to the goggles to make it more realistic, and as well as the OSD telemetry from iNav running on that flight controller, I've got the two screens from Kairus showing what you'd more or less see in a full-size aircraft's cockpit. Now, initially when I tested this out in the garden, they weren't very visible because of bright light, and I think on that flight with Ryan, I think you'll see on the video, they weren't terribly visible as well. So I think I still need to modify this visor, maybe extend it further. So I will work on that and maybe test it in the garden again before I bring it down the flying field. But it was a good test, I think. It was good to see the limited vibration. I would say that there was a little, but not a lot of vibration. It was certainly usable, I think, and I would be able to fly this FPV, which is quite exciting actually. I would have thought petrol engine like this would generate a huge amount of vibration that would not make it usable, but I think Cadex have been quite clever in the way that they, within their GM3 gimbal, it is isolated on the rubber mount, and then I've increased the dampening of that vibration by using these slabs of foam that I got off Amazon that are basically what you would put underneath a washing machine or a dishwasher to limit the vibration and noise that it makes while they're running. Simple to do, and 3 slabs, I think 3. Yeah, 3 slabs sandwiched together with Yoo-hoo pour glue, and then the 3D printed mount put on the top of that. So the links for this I'll put in the video description and the pinned comment. I'll show you some pictures with some labels of how the what I've got laid out inside here, but it's pretty simple to do actually. Now my ultimate aim is to have all of the servos plugged into the flight controller so that I also get the autonomous flight features of iNav, loiter, and wouldn't it be fun to even have auto landing working? I've got my doubts. I think that would need a lot of tuning, but it's good to have kind of an aspiration for these things and to push the boundaries of what's possible. But I'm glad, I was really excited to see that the vibration didn't affect the FPV too much. So well done to Cadex for these GM3 and the GM series gimbals, because they do work really well, and they take out most of the vibration that you get FPV, making it possible to fly a petrol powered plane FPV. I'll be doing that in the not too distant future. And the screens from Kairus, have to work on that and make sure they're in shadow a bit better, protected from the bright sunlight, so they look a lot better, because that is very smart, I have to say. Although one thing that is not good, really their screens are designed for for electric powered models, and that's why they have on the secondary display they have two bars for power and for something else, which you obviously don't have with this. So I did suggest to them they have a setting to change it to petrol power or turbine power, so that they could substitute something else in, fuel gauge or something like that based on a timer. I don't know. It would look better than what's there at the moment. So I hope they pay attention to that. But anyway, thanks for watching. Links are in the video description and the pinned comment. Hope to see you again soon on Essential RC. Bye.